Buongiorno, buon pomeriggio, buonasera a tutti. Benvenuti a Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari. Welcome everybody back to TRACKILICIOUS. We are here at what is officially known as the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari, or as you may more popularly know it as Imola in Italy, the lovely Italy. We have our drivers out there qualifying right now. Looks like we already have our GT3 drivers qualified with the GT4s out there, putting their best foot forward. So why don't we take that opportunity to hop in and check on them and see what is going on. Hope everybody is doing well. And we are live here on track, on board with Chase Donnelly. One of the Donnelly brothers looks to have converted to iRacing here, yet in the GT4s, having come over from the ACC GT4s, one of the rookies, strong rookie performers, one of two brothers who I presumably, right, there are potentially many more Chase Donnellys, but I think I have this one right. Donnelly ineffective P8 right now in the GT4s, with Jeff Dallas on the top, the king so far, doing quite well here. Might have an issue here that I need to fix, and hopefully this button will fix it. But how's everybody doing? If you are on track, hope you are performing well, while we do have Jeff Dallas out there in his qualification, followed by Ryan Wallace, the Canadian driver, going through the first sector here into the second, trying to find some time, trying to find the order of half a tenth, only 3 thousandths behind the likes of Jeff Dallas. What an incredibly close grid here. Unbelievable, actually. Another 2/10 to the next driver, who is Eric Miller with Rick Wolf with an absolutely identical time to that of Eric Miller with a 1:51.84. Randy Marino 1:52.31. 1:52.33. Oh my goodness, these drivers are so close to each other, less than a second between P1 and P5 or 6 actually. Wow, unbelievable. These deltas are so close between these drivers. This GT4 grid is going to be quite competitive, quite entertaining to watch, as they have a minute and a half to complete their laps. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Wallace going to the top of the charts, with Eric Miller again just 2/200ths behind. 1:51.33 to Eric Miller's 1:51.35. Unbelievable. As Miller goes through the 7th corner of Tossa 8 into Piratella of 9. While these folks try to finish up their laps, read out the grid of the GT3s, topped by Jakob Stafko, followed by Jacob Cunningham, Andrew Pickerel, Jordan Smith, Joel Bandera, Cody Wasson, Benjamin Smalling, Josh Willis, Bronson Turner, Will Brunner, Travis Bartlett, Adam King, Glenn Pinio, Nathan Hutchison, Steven Anderson, Morgan Stringer, Mark Matlock will be the top 17. Ryan Wallace top, Eric Miller trying to find some magic here as he goes through the final straight here with the turn kink 19. Does he have anything in the bag? Races through the start finish straight, but no, there is no improvement there. Still maintaining that P2 position as he continues to look for some magic. Jeff Dallas not on the grid right now. Marino, look, a little bit of adventurous line right there. Brad Severs a little bit lower than we're used to seeing him, in the 8th position in the GT4s. Tests his pit entry. Matt Hugh on the board now, P4. And that will be the end of qualifying. For those who are interested, we do have a couple of streamers, the likes of Matt Hugh out on Twitch land. Big Hugh, I believe, is his channel. And then you have the likes of Travis Bartlett on YouTube, so go check him out. I'm pretty sure Stofko streams as well. So why don't we read out the grid before they go live? We have the likes of Jakob Stofko topping the charts in the GT3 championship here. Jacob Cunningham, P2. Andrew Pickerel, 3. Jordan Smith, 4. Joel Bandera, 5. Cody Wassam in 6. Benjamin Small in 7. Josh Willis, 8. Bronson Turner, 9. Will Brunner, 10. Travis Bartlett, 11. Adam King, 12. Glenn Pinio, 13. Nathan Hutchison, 14. Steven Anderson, 15. Morgan Stringer, 16. Mark Matlock, 17. Ryan Wallace, 18. And then, Mark Matlock in 17. Ryan Wallace in P1 position for the GT4s. Eric Miller, P2. Jeff Dallas, P3. Rick Wolf, P4. Matt Hugh, Big Hugh in chat, in P5. Randy Marino, P6. Ray Frias, P7. Gavin Cambray, P8. Brad Severs, P9. Chase Connolly, P10. Lucas Caneda, P11. And last but not least, Jacob Church in P12. And we'll do a quick shout out to Big Hugh. Hopefully you're streaming, Matt. People can go check you out. I believe we are gridding up to go live now here at Imola. Getting our cameras ready to check these people out. 60 minutes and a random pit stop, which is going to be super, super exciting. So, Glock 9, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well as everybody gets hyped up for a half an out lap. The rules here in this championship series: GT3s, GT4 mixed class, 60 minutes, random, unannounced, maybe safety car. So the safety car is set. Nobody knows when it comes out. And it does bring quite a bit of excitement through the race. Some people have been caught out by the strategy, not knowing when it is. You pit a little bit too early, pit a little bit too late, get out of position, and whether you have pace or not, it is a huge loss and a huge gain for others. And we have seen many a race change its outcome from dominant positions for some. Others, early mistakes, unfortunately, Jakob Stofko finding the limit of his rear tires in the previous race a little too early, very early in the race, not yielding the best of situations for him. As we get ready to go, the chopper showing us the front of the grid. Lovely set of cars right now, side by side, holding hands as they get ready to go into zipper formation to get the race started. Super excited, adrenaline pumping here at Imola. Quite a few cars on the grid. Fantastic 29 car grid. Super exciting. Going through the back half of the track here. Just taking a quick opportunity to hydrate. As we go through the final corners of Rivazza and the kink on the straight at 19, looking at the lead pack here through the blip cam, again getting ready to get fired up. Stavko, Cunningham, Jakob versus Jacob on the front row. Safety car is in, waiting for the green lights. And we are go, go, go! Stavko getting a fantastic start. So does Pickerel right behind, gaining the advantage over the likes of Cunningham. Pickerel getting that position locked in. Into P2 goes Pickerel as we take a step back, looking at the GT4s just behind, looking pretty clean. Absolutely fantastic through the first couple of corners. Oh my goodness, as we say that, huge crash in the middle, and that is Adam King off. Trying to see if we could get a replay here. Trying to find a camera to do that. That is super unfortunate. What happens to Adam King? Oh my goodness, it is just an unforced error for Adam King, taking him from such a solid position all the way back, and that is going to be, we're going to be looking for that redemption arc for Adam King there. Hello, Miss Trackalicious, boss lady, hope you're doing well. I know you're doing well. What am I saying? But here we are, Jakob Stavko, P1 in the MA70. Porsche finding some gap now, almost a second to the car behind. Cunningham is going to be unhappy about his starting performance there. Cunningham flashing in and out here, not a great sign for those who are fans of iRacing. I don't know if it's me or him. Potential connection issues there, but looks pretty solid now. Oops, maybe not. Let's give him some room to breathe there as Benjamin Smalling in P4 chasing the lead pack for that podium position. Looking for some battles on track as Randy Marino looking for an opportunity on Joel Bandero. Looks like he may have made a mistake. Falling back now, but there is added pressure. Ray Frias onto Matt Hugh. Ray Frias looking for a charge. Little pack here. Ray Frias, Matt Hugh. Sorry, Matt Hugh followed by Ray Frias. Brad Sievers just behind. Chase Donnelly behind that. Good little pack battling for position early in the race. Imola, not the easiest of tracks to overtake in, but there are opportunities for the bold. Those like Travis Bartlett looking for an opportunity onto Josh Willis. Willis with a nice toe up ahead from the likes of Bronson Turner. loose on exit of 18 is definitely not where you want to be losing time. Bartlett loses that position to Will Brunner. Will Brunner taking the clear opportunity to get that move done. As we do see Nate Hutchison going on Buddy Cody Wasem. Wasem going defensive. Hutchison looking, but cannot get it done. Cody Wasem sticking to that P10 spot. Back at the battle, Matt Hugh trying to make onto Randy Marino, which I believe is a position change. Seavers going slightly wide just behind there, losing time to the cars ahead. Tight little pack here. Everybody looking for an opportunity. Liquid Death car of Ray Frias having dropped back. No, it was in that position before behind Matt Hugh. Hugh getting ever closer to the likes of Marino. Going on a bit of grass and gravel, trying to absolutely optimize distance. Oh, going defensive for Marino up ahead. Hugh decides the better of it. Ooh, going wide now, slightly distracted. View blocked by the car ahead. Can't seem to make that move stick as we click on the wrong button. But here you are, ladies and gents. Still running in really tight battle. Ray Free is still chasing down the likes of Matt Hugh. Frias now right behind is going to get a good drive out of the final corner. Ducking right underneath the car, trying to get as much draft as possible. The ginormous BMW compared to the size of that teeny weeny orange dot bikini McLaren. As the sun comes out to give us the lovely view of Imola. In the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy. Battles continue. Josh Willis still under threat from Bronson Turner. Bronson chasing down the Acura and his McLaren, trying to get as much of that draft as possible. We have the likes of Benjamin Smalling really close to Jordan Smith up ahead as well. Smalling and the McLaren chasing down the Mustang. Just getting such a great feel of speed in this low view cam here. Jordan Smith going a little wide, missing the apex. Some compromise, but still good distance away from the likes of Benjamin Smalling, who we are on board with here at the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari. Or as you may know it, Imola. Someone who doesn't have much pressure at all. Jakub Stavko solidly in P1. Nearly 4 seconds to Andrew Pickerel in P2. Oh, Smith may have made a mistake somewhere. Not quite sure why there was a let go there, but looked like Smith just let Smalling go for some reason. Looks like Cody Wasson now chasing down the likes of Travis Bartlett. Bartlett! Super close, going semi-defensive, not taking the full defensive line. Wisely so, Cody Wasson decides the better of it. Little replay mode, let's see if Wasson was able to make that move stick, but no. Just behind the likes of Travis Bartlett. Bartlett doing a great job in that McLaren. Wasson using the entire track to find an advantage, to make it happen. Not there. We do want to go back and have a look at this battle that continues. Matt Q, followed by Randy Marino in the Mercedes, followed by Ray Frias in the BMW just behind. And as if that wasn't enough, Brad Severs and Adam King battling in the GT4 category, trying to make his way back up through this grid, where his buddies are in the GT3 category. Definitely a little frustrating for those who are racing to have an other class car come through the field, potentially affecting their race. It looks like everybody's handling it relatively well. We do see the likes of Ray Frias really charging onto Randy Marino to try and gain that spot. Here we go. Can the likes of Ray Frias mount up a charge onto the likes of Randy Marino with so little distance between them, only 2/10, trying to gain and gain and gain. Is gaining, but just does not seem enough. There you have it, stays behind as they go through the more challenging section of the track here. Through turns 5 and 6, Variante Villeneuve, into the hairpin of Tossa. Ray opting for a much later apex than the likes of Randy Marino. That battle seems to have subsided for the time being, but another one building up here. Benjamin Smalling, followed by Jordan Smith, followed by Josh Willis, followed by Bronson Turner, all nose to tail. Willis really charging on to Benjamin Smalling. Sorry, Jordan Smith. Having a look, not quite there. Now having to look behind because the compromise giving Josh Willis an opportunity to look on the inside of the Variante Alta, but again decides the better of it. Josh Willis getting a solid exit tucking in behind that ginormous Mustang in his Acura NSX. Really important exit of Rivazza. Turn 18. That added speed, gained or lost speed, carrying through the entire front straight. Great little battle here. Again, so close from these drivers. Jordan looking for a move. Josh looking for a move. Neither one of them have it. Looks like we do have a car off just ahead. Smalling sending it on the outside, having to make it through some GT4s. Smalling makes that move stick on the outside of Tossa, going into 8 and into Piratella here at 9. Does make the move stick in. Now Josh Willis is looking for an opportunity. Inside, not there. Decides the better of it. But looking for a... And that is move done by Josh Willis. And now Bronson Turner. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This vehicle just not suiting Benjamin Smalling this week. Oh, that's it. Goes wide. Bit of grass. That was advantage for Jordan. Eventually an advantage for Josh. Again goes wide, Acqua Minerale. And there you have it. I think that's where he decided that he's gonna make it stick. Not quite. Yeah, that's where it is. And it looks like Bronson Turner says, oh, if you're gonna do it, then I'm gonna do it. And there you have it. What was 1 has now become 3 overtakes, unfortunately for Benjamin Smalling, dropping down from a P4 position into P8. But never fear, the safety car will be here at some point in time. Travis Bartlett has been overtaken by Cody Wasson. Morgan Stringer in a battle. Looking for an opportunity. Cannot find it. Jeff Dallas, though, not too far behind, attacking the likes of Rick Wolf. Dallas looking pretty threatening onto Rick Wolf. Rick Wolf not giving any opportunity so far. Must be absolutely pinpoint perfect to ensure that he keeps that position, because Jeff Dallas and Matt, you are right there to take advantage of any mistake possible. Dallas, overtake. Is it gonna stick? The straight line speed of the McLaren versus the nimble Porsche. That looks like moved on for Rick Wolf. And Matt Hugh as well. That's a 2-for-1. Wow, what a move by Matt Hugh. Sees the window and absolutely jumps on it to keep right on the tail of the likes of Jeff Dallas, charging for that podium position. Matt Hugh taking a huge amount of curb. Something he's got to be careful of considering his recent experiences in car flipping over at ACC though. More battles happening up top. Looks like the likes of Cunningham chasing down Andrew Pickrell. Couple of tenths between the two. Canadian connection from Andrew Pickrell. Bronson Turner at that as well. Turner only couple of tenths, now 4 tenths off the tail of Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith not too far away from Josh Willis as everybody goes through the GT4 grid here. Wow, this is the fun part of multi-class racing. Want to take a real view of this. Look at that, multiple classes, one track. Everybody trying to find the most optimal line, going in, going out, just absolutely weaving through traffic. Josh Willis taking no prisoners. Absolutely incredible here at Imola. 19 corners, really difficult to overtake, especially around the chicane, as Will Brunner tries to find his way around the likes of Rick Wolf. And just ahead, I believe that's Jeff Dallas. But look at that. Matt Hugh has found his way up into P3. What a maximization of the traffic situation here. Brian, thank you. Yeah, really nice, clean racing. Great job by all. I think so far the only incidents we've seen are self-inflicted wounds, unfortunately for those drivers. Pinio Bandera. As we are about just over a third of the way through the race, getting into statistically dangerous safety car categories here. We've seen it deploy this early You've seen it deploy much later. Battle up ahead. Jordan Smith, Bronson Turner. Bronson up 4 positions from qualifying. Jordan down 2. Not going to be happy about that. When comparing pace, very, very little between the two. Best lap, 43.38 for Jordan Smith. 43.43 for Bronson Turner. Nearly identical, 0.06 of a second between the two. A little further back, Joel Bandera trying to put on a challenge onto the likes of Glenn Penio. Having to go through traffic, trying to find an opportunity, not quite there for the likes of Joel Bandera. Bandera still seeking a spot, now going into Rick Wolf, it seems like. And this is going to be a good spot for them, but Wolf deciding the better of it as they go into Variante Alta. Not really much of a too wide situation there. Penio doing a good job getting through traffic. Traffic doing a good job letting them through. Ooh, Penio gets a 2-for-1 deal. That is not going to be good for Bandera. Bandera getting stuck behind the likes of Matt Hugh. Not Matt's fault, really. Matt deciding to take an early pit here. So we hear the pit entry siren go off. Very interesting. And that is a bit of a deficit for the likes of Joel Bandera. No difference in machinery there. McLaren on McLaren. Joel Bandera does have a fastest lap than the likes of Glenn Penio by quite a margin, almost half a second. So it looks like Bandera does have the pace to do something, but just hasn't found the right opportunity. Closest battle on track right now. Slightly different line between the two. Looks like Bandera does get a good exit. Does get the drive. Unfortunately for Dale, this might be an opportunity for Bandera to make the move on Glenn Penio. Penio going defensive. Joel deciding the better of it. Fortunately for you, Dale, you see a great defense put on there by Glenn Penio, keeping Joel Bandera in 11th. Bartlett. What is happening to Travis? Not existing. Where is Travis Bartlett? Cannot find it. Okay, so Bartlett going in for a pit stop as well, it sounds like, eh? So we have the likes of Adam King having pitted on lap 1. Travis Bartlett coming out. And then Steve Anderson. The lowest drivers in the GT3 category. And we have quite a few more, likes of Mark Matlock having pitted. Matt Hugh. Rick Wolf. Oh, I do believe we do have a safety car out, and yes, we do. Safety car has come out, and that might be absolutely fantastic for the likes of Travis Bartlett. Potentially, maybe. I think so. Bartlett having pitted right before the safety car coming out might mean that while the rest need to pit, those will be positions gained by Bartlett. It'd be great news for Adam King, making up all that time lost in his early mistake. Our real question is, what are these folks going to do? Is this a situation where they all decide to pit halfway through the race? We'll have to see. All that hard work by Jakob Stafko creating a gap nullifies Andrew Pickrell. Couple cars behind. And there you have it. Everybody does decide to pit, and I do think that is going to be advantage. Oh no! Bartlett! Having such advantage, but not able to keep the car on track. Bartlett smoking everybody, going up into P2 in the timing charts, and that couldn't be a happier Travis Bartlett in P1. Ladies and gentlemen, P1, Travis Bartlett absolutely aces the pit stop. Stafko losing out in the pits. Andrew Pickrell coming out in the more efficient pit stop. 18-second stop for Pickrell, 21-second stop for the likes of Jakob Stafko, 27-second stop for Travis Bartlett, but that doesn't matter. Absolutely nails the pit strategy. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a tall order for the likes of Travis Bartlett to hold back Andrew Pickrell and Jakob Stafko. Bartlett's fastest lap, 43.29. Pickrell, 42.9. And Stafko over a second faster of 42.19. Blistering speed. Adam King back in the pack though. Two stops for King. Likely, going in for some fuel. Otherwise, he'd be up there as well. Not sure if it was worth the risk. Eric Miller deciding. Yeah, has pitted as well. Everybody pitting. So, ladies and gents, effective grid right now. Standings: Travis Bartlett, P1. Andrew Pickrell, P2. Jakob Stafko, P3. Benjamin Smalling, P4. Cunningham, P5. Bronson Turner, P6. Josh Willis, P7. Cody Watson, P8. Jordan Smith, P9. Will Brunner, 10. Hutchison, 11. Pinio, 12. Stringer, 13. King, 14. Bandera, 15. Anderson is 16. Mark Matlock, 17. Lap down for these folks. You go to the GT4s. Eric Miller, P1. Ray Frias, P2. Ryan Wallace, P3. Randy Marino, P4. Jeff Dallas, P5. Matt Hugh, P6. Gavin Cambray, P7. Rick Wolf, 8. Severs, 9. And then Donnelly. Lap down in the pits right now. Boy, is Bartlett going to be absolutely dancing in his pants right now for that fantastic pit strategy, getting him all the way up into P1. P1 for Travis Bartlett. Going to be very difficult to maintain that P1, but it's going to be something that I am sure he'll be doing his best to do. Fortunately for him, he does have a bit of a buffer between himself. I believe that's Joel Bandera potentially. P2. Or the second spot, I should say. No wave vibes this week. Unfortunately, seemed to have a bit of a glitch last week as we tried it. So the admin decided to remove that feature. 37 minutes in, 23 to go. 2/3 of the race nearly completed, and 1/3 of absolute blistering excitement to come. What is going to happen? Is Travis Bartlett going to be able to maintain the lead in what is relatively difficult to pass Imola, but there is a whole seconds worth of pace between the likes of Bartlett and the P3 car, was 3 cars behind Jakob Stafko. Loving the sunshine coming up in the early morning here in Italy, in the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy. Really in the, say, mid-east, northeast region of Italy. just south of Bologna. Circuit within the city limits of a town called Imola itself. Emilia Romagna. And we do have green again. Bartlett commanding start there. Andrew Pickerel flashing, saying, I don't know if you know, but I'm coming through whether you like it or not. Get out of my way. I have a P1 position to chase. Pickerel making it through. Stavko making it through. Everybody trying to make through. Benjamin Smalling, and looks like Cunningham is making it through as well. Car of Steven Anderson. No. Who's that? Mark Matlock deciding to pull over and let everybody through. Not necessary, but I suppose not necessarily unwise either. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. 20 minutes remaining in this hour-long session. Travis Bartlett leading the race. Andrew Pickerel being chased down by the likes of Jakob Stavko. Pole sitter incredibly quick. And that MA70, right? MA70, yeah, MA70 Porsche. Grid bunched up. Looks like in the GT4s, Eric Miller, bit of a walk away from P2 Ryan Wallace in the Porsche. Ray Frias chasing down in the P3 spot. But the excitement here, Jakob Stavko right behind the likes of Andrew Pickerel. Pickerel, quite inexperienced. That's not true, Dale. That is not true. I did not laugh at that. Travis Bartlett is not a blue flag in disguise. Travis Bartlett is the current race leader. And Travis Bartlett is going to be continuing to try to be the current race leader as Jacob Cunningham looks on the inside of Benjamin Smalling, makes it through. Quick work by Jacob Cunningham onto that P4 position. Now Bronson Turner having a look. Smalling just not connecting with that car right now. Wiggle for Smalling. Bartlett being overtaken. Pickerel through. Bartlett unable to defend. Stavko having a look now. Stavko looking. No, will not make that move. Bartlett going a bit wide. Wiggle for Bartlett. Trying to keep that position. Trying to do anything to maintain that podium. That's Stavko over a move on the outside through Aqua Minerale. Bartlett losing position, still on the podium though. No, down into P4. As Jacob Cunningham goes through, chasing down the leaders. Now Andrew Pickerel P1, Jakob Stavko P2, Jacob Cunningham coming through. Bartlett down into P4. Psst. Come on, Travis. Let's go. Get it together. Josh Willis now chasing down the likes of Travis Bartlett. Exciting racing through the entire grid. All drivers bunched up, chasing positions down. In the GT4 category, Randy Marino, 6/10 behind Ray Frias, chasing down the final podium spot with Jeff Dallas just behind. Mark Matlock having a look at Matt Hugh. Oh, never mind. Mark Matlock is a GT3 driver, but is racing for position and does go through. Bartlett under immense pressure from the likes of Josh Willis. Into Piratella. Willis flashing for encouragement, saying, "You can do it, Travis. I know you can." Willis looking on the inside, side by side as they go through Variante Alta, turns 14 and 15. 2 by 2 goes through. That's one position now for Bartlett. Ghoukasian taking advantage. This is going from good to bad very quickly for Travis Bartlett. Bartlett admittedly a bit out of position from strategy, but the pace doing him no favors. Jordan Smith now trying to find his way through. There we go. Put up some fight, Travis. Up ahead. Travis Bartlett, P6. Incredible defense. Now Jordan Smith, Bronson Turner behind, fighting each other and fighting Travis for that position. Travis says, no, I have had enough of this. There's only 15 minutes left. You guys fight each other. Bronson Turner, huge send. Bartlett still on the inside. Bronson not making it through. Jordan Smith losing a position to Will Brunner. Brunner now on the outside of Bronson Turner. Brunner, the 2-for-1 deal. What a move. Unbelievable. Travis Bartlett still in P6. Bronson Turner losing out even more. Going from bad to worse, down with Benjamin Smalling. Benjamin Smalling once on the podium, now all the way down to P9. Guess who's in P6 though? Travis Bartlett. Goes a little wide. Come on, buddy. Bit of a train behind Will Brunner. Chased down by Jordan Smith. 15 minutes to go. Brunner looking on the inside of Variante Alta. Bit of a window open there. Wall not doing us any favors. Bartlett goes, no, this is my position. You go ahead and fight with Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith now having a look at that position between himself and Will Brunner. Side by side. Brunner on the outside. Smith on the inside of Rivazza 1 and Rivazza 2. 17 and 18. Jordan Smith goes through. Now Benjamin Smalling having a look at the likes of Will Brunner. Brunner tucking in behind that Mustang. The McLaren not having that favor. Both trying to share. Bartlett still staying ahead in P6. Battles up ahead. Stofko seems to have made his way through the likes of Andrew Pickrell. We seem to have missed that, but the action is all here. Bartlett going wide. Is that going to be an opportunity for Jordan Smith? Not quite. Bartlett still leading this pack here. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness, Jordan Smith going through. Jordan Smith going through. Is he going to be able to maintain that position as he goes through turn 9 in Piratella? He does. Bartlett still fighting to hang on. Will Brunner now having a look. 13 minutes to go. Probably 6 or 7 laps. That's all he needs. 6 or 7 laps. Pace difference between Bartlett and Brunner. 43.2 best for Bartlett. 43.3 for Brunner. He has the pace to stay ahead. Actually, Travis has a faster lap than that of Jordan Smith and Ghoukasian. Tires maybe not doing him any favors. Bartlett P7, up 4 positions from starting. Cunningham chasing down Pickrell. Cody Wassam chasing down Josh Willis. Brunner now looking at Bartlett. Brunner on the outside. Bartlett on the inside. Brunner shoves it in there. Bartlett looking to make the move back. Bartlett not finding it quite. Sending it on the outside. A bit wide. Trying an over-under. Bartlett trying to find the grip. Isn't able to make it work. Bartlett now down to P8. This is why you gotta love the safety car restarts. We have more action. 4P1. Ryan Wallace chasing down Eric Miller. Difference in machinery. Well, Cobra, you say poor Travis, but Travis has done a fantastic job and is up 4 positions from the start. So he's actually doing really, really well despite losing all those positions. If he's able to maintain from this point on, it will have been a great race for him. Oh no! Bronson Turner, Benjamin Smalling having to go into the pits. And guess who has some breathing room? Yup, that is Travis Bartlett in P8. Now, getting some time to look ahead. Go hunt down Will Brunner. Somebody go tell Travis Bartlett that I'm telling him to go hunt down Will Brunner. Telling him that he has 10 minutes to go chase him down and get his position back. Josh Willis being chased down by the likes of Cody Wassam. Cody Wassam, a bit of pace at hand. Sorry, that is a GT4 car. I think that's the likes of Brad Sievers. Yeah, clear now. I knew there was something. I think I called it out earlier, Dale. Thank you for the roadside info. Trackside info. Trackside reporter Dale Rodman Jr. III coming in, reporting in that Travis Bartlett doing a fantastic job on old tires. Strategy in terms of when he pitted, absolutely nailing it. Decision to not take tires, not so much. Pickerel being chased down by the likes of Jacob Cunningham. Cunningham down 1 position since the start of the race. We'll be looking at trying to get that position back. Glenn Penio, though, looking ahead at Morgan Stringer. Cloud cover showing us the lovely glowing of those carbon ceramic brakes. Oh, looks like we've had a change in position in the pits. Oh, that's way back when. We are looking for when Ryan Wallace passes Eric Miller. Oh, Wallace sending it on the inside. Variante Villeneuve. Wow, that is quite the move. Strong move. Fantastic. Great job. Oh my goodness. Another position lost by Travis Bartlett. Only 7 minutes remaining. And now Bartlett under threat from the likes of Joel Bandera. Bartlett still up 2 positions from qualifying. But definitely under threat. Cody Wassam seems to have lost the position to Josh Willis. I thought he made that move stick. Might have been looking at somebody else, but here we have it. Cody Wasson still chasing down the likes of Josh Willis. Both pinkish cars. One Japanese or American, depending on how you want to look at it. The other German. Cody Wasson getting pretty close. That's the wrong car. Great view of the back of the Acura. In my opinion, the best view of that car. Not being one of my favorites, but do like the rear end of it. Was gingerly directing his car towards that of the Acura ahead. Looking on the outside, looking for a charging move. Interesting lift through that corner. Continuing to charge, continuing to look for positions. More action behind though. Travis having been overtaken by Nathan Hutchison isn't falling behind. He might be able to get that move, that position back. And is looking to do so, but does have to worry about the likes of Joel Bandera just behind. Joel very aggressive. Looking very threatening. Really 3 laps to go. As the 34 of Bartlett goes through the start finish straight up ahead. Sorry, 34 of Stofko goes through the start finish straight. What an exciting race this has been so far, ladies and gentlemen. Random safety car coming out in about 25 minutes, 20 minutes. Bartlett making a mistake. Those tires just not doing work for him. Giving Bandera the opportunity maybe to have a look. Lights come on. But Bartlett does manage to stay ahead. Eric Miller, having been overtaken by the likes of Ryan Wallace, isn't quite giving up. It's right there. Looking to make a move. Whoa, this is getting close though. Bartlett, Bandera. Bandera gets a great drive out of turn 7. Let's go down the hill through turn 9 here. Bandera right on the tail, looks on the inside. Bartlett goes offensive. Bandera decides that is not the move that is going to gain him the position. Bandera now looking on the outside. Side by side. Oh, and it is a move done. Bartlett trying to tuck under the wing of Bandera to try and gain that position back, but not quite having the pace yet here. Will there be anything for him onto the long straight? Simply too much grip for the car ahead. Bartlett, though, still a position up from qualifying. Willis under immense threat from the likes of Cody Wasson. Was now right under the wing. Josh going defensive. Not defensive enough. Oh my goodness, they're almost touching side by side. Through not just one corner. As they go into Acqua Minerale, still side by side. Josh, no spring chicken. Bumping and banging. Onto the straight into Variante Alta. 2 goes into 1 in the chicane here. Josh coming out on top here. Big move by Was. Maybe his last chance. As it is the final lap here at Imola. Is there going to be another opportunity for the likes of, I should say, the second to last final lap? Josh Willis chased down by Cody Wasem. Isn't the only battle on track, but it is the highest ranking battle on track. Looks like the likes of Bronson Turner making the move stick onto Steve Anderson. Turner ahead. Back to Willis and Was. Cody Wasem and Josh Willis's battling has brought Jordan Smith into the equation. Jordan will be eagerly looking ahead. Oh my goodness! If that isn't a commentator's curse, I don't know what is. Exclamation point curse in Twitch chat. We'll add our commentator curse count. Was still looking through the chicane, goes a bit wide, has a wiggle, and that might be the nail in the coffin. As we see Jakob Stavko in the MA70 Porsche going through for the win. A well-fought, wasn't just a ride in the park today. He had to work for it a little bit, and that is P1 for Jakob Stavko. Pickerel coming in P2 with Jacob Cunningham in P3. Willis is able to maintain that P4 spot with Cody Wasem coming in P5. Will Brunner P6. Nate Hutchison P7. P8 for Jordan Smith. Oh my goodness, what is going on? What? Why is he pitting? What is going on? Travis Bartlett dropping down to P13. What happened? Why is he serving a drive-through? I have no idea. P1. Actually, not sure if Ryan Wallace or Eric Miller got the P1 in the end. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What a race. Absolutely fantastic. Wow. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Why don't we go back into the studio and let's have a look and see if we can get some of the podium sitters. All right, message sent. Let's see if we can get them into the green room. we have the likes of Eric Miller and Jacob Cunningham in the studio here with us. So, Eric, where did you end up coming? Was it P2 at the end?
P1. I passed in the last lap around the outside of Aqua Minerale.
Oh my goodness. So we knew you were close. Unfortunately, missed that final overtake, but congratulations to the P1. We do have a bit of noise coming in from Stofko's microphone, but that has stopped. Thanks, Stofko. So, wow, that's fantastic. You had quite a bit of battling going on through your race. A mid-race overtake from your contender there, but finally coming up in P1. Tell us a bit about your race.
It was pretty much sitting behind Wallace for most of the race. I think he had a little more pace than me for most of the race, but I think I found the groove for the last half of the race, and then after the safety car, I got ahead of him. He was able to make an overtake, but on the last lap, I got a good exit leading up to Aqua Minerale, took him on the outside, and I was able to get the win from there.
Well, congrats. Pretty good points haul today to add to the championship points. Great drive. Looks like you had it mostly under control with some fun things happening through the race. So congratulations to you for yet another, I think it's another win. You've had one this season so far, right?
This is 3 wins in 4 races.
Nice. Good job.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Cunningham, quite the battle for you, but P3 today, unfortunately not being able to maintain that P2 spot. But tell us a bit about your start.
Yeah, just a little bit cautious there. You know, turn 1 at Imola can always be a bit chaotic. So, you know, just gave up the place, just not wanting to fight, and that ended up being the wrong decision because I just could never get past them again. We were just so close on pace, and just inopportune GT4 cars at times just never let me get the run on them to pass them back again.
Yeah, you know, it was it seemed like the right move at the time. I would have supported your move, but clearly Imola being a difficult track to overtake at ended up not playing in your favor. So unfortunately, the rest of the race being quite difficult, and I think you dropped down a position or two through the pits and had to make those back up, correct?
Yeah, I think I just filled up the fuel tank just to be safe with it, and the people around me, it looked like they didn't. So yeah, I lost a spot in the pits, which, you know, luckily I was able to capitalize on the restart, make those places back. So still had to do a little bit of work out there, but, you know, it was a nice P3.
Yeah, still a good points haul, and I think you seem to do that. You seem to come in every week and get the points that you need to make the championship work. Our previous season's championship winner, Jacob Cunningham, doing a fantastic job again. Now going to the race winner, Jakob Stofko, not being able to pull it off last week, but Jakob this week was something that worked really well in your favor. Fantastic pace. How was that race for you?
Thank you, Eric. Thank you for having me here. I'm sorry for the mic. It's just I have like an old mic here. But yeah, it was pretty good race. It made it a little bit spicy after the safety car went out. Other than that, pretty smooth sailing for me.
Yeah, I mean, your pace is incredible compared to the rest of the field. You had nearly a second advantage through the race there, but you did have a bit of battling to do this time around. The safety car not quite working in your favor. And tell us how you lost the position under the safety car.
Well, I lost it because I didn't do any calculations on the fuel, so I just relied on the iRacing auto fuel, and auto fuel iRacing decided to give me like 20 liters more than I needed, or 15 maybe. So I ended up at the end of the race with like 15 liters extra. So I was sitting there a little bit longer than I should, so I was overtaken in the pits. Fortunately, just one place, I believe. So yeah, it could have been worse, but yeah, it made it more interesting for me, and it was fun to have a little bit of the battling. I was trying to be cautious after the restart because you guys saw what happened last week when my tires were cold and I end up in the barriers and then watching. It's not nice feeling to see whole grid passing by. So I was very, very cautious, and I was waiting until my tires would eventually get warm, and then I could do safe overtake, which basically happened, and I'm happy for that.
I mean, we may or may not have mentioned your incident from last week. But you know what? Like, that's the kind of stuff that I think is important to talk about, especially for those that are newcomers to sim racing. When you come in and it's just this huge intimidation when you see, you with likely thousands of hours of practice relative to a newcomer going, how the heck is he doing that? At the end of the day, you are also still human, and every mistake that we make is an opportunity for learning. You took the learning from last week's incident, implemented it into this week, and came out with the win. Congratulations. Fantastic performance, and we look forward to seeing you guys back next week.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you for having me, and have a good night, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Another great race here at Trackalicious at Imola, and we are going to call the stream tonight. We are going to be back on Saturday, actually, for a very special event. If you haven't done so already, we do have a super duper special event. We are hosting a 60-minute spa on Saturday in collaboration with the FIA club members from Armenia, from Brazil, and from Luxembourg. An incredible opportunity, a super fantastic event. We already have a super great grid, but if you are looking for a race on Saturday, sign up on SimGrid. The event is live there, and it should be fantastic. In the meantime, we're going to be rating El Taco Man, a long-time iRacer and a friend of Trackalicious. He is currently trying out some LMU, but I'm sure we'll be doing some iRacing sometime in the future. For now, thank you very much. Hope everybody will continue to do well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are. I'm Eric Ghoukasian from Trackalicious, and we'll see you on Saturday. Take care, everybody.